The last few days have been pretty stagnant for the crypto market, except for some altcoins. We've seen Solana take a major hit to the downside. Cardano hasn't done too well either, and many altcoins have seen a bit of a correction. So when we're looking at the overall crypto market right now, we're seeing that Bitcoin has been pretty stagnant. It's traded around $65,000 to $68,000 per coin. Ethereum has been pretty much the same, around $3,300 per coin. But if we're looking at what's going on right now in terms of, let's say, Solana. In terms of Solana, we've seen that Solana's price has been plummeting, down from around $210 per coin to around $175 per coin, because 75.4% of Solana transactions have been failing over the last couple of days. And if you've gone ahead onto your Phantom wallet, you've gone ahead tried to buy a Solana meme coin, you've probably been unsuccessful, and you've probably had to try to submit the transaction multiple times in the past. So this is one of the biggest concerns about Solana over the last few years, really, has been that Solana has had a lot of outages on its blockchain, which have been consistent, and we've seen this happen over years. And now what we're seeing is that Solana's successful versus failed transactions is getting even worse. We're seeing a lot of failed transactions on Cardano, on Solana's blockchain. So this is the reason why we're seeing Solana's price fall, in addition to just the overall market correcting. So this is going to have to be fixed. If we're going to see Solana, really be able to compete with Ethereum long term, we're going to need to see this obvious flaw resolved. We're looking at Cardano, on the other hand. We've seen that Cardano has fallen for a different reason. Grayscale recently dropped Cardano and Cosmos from its crypto funds in a quarterly rebalancing, and we've seen that Cardano's price is right around 58 cents per token. The reason that Cardano's price has been falling was not only with the overall crypto market, but also because we had seen that Grayscale dropped Cardano from one of their large funds, and this was their GDLC fund. That is their Grayscale Digital Large Cap Fund. So in this fund, Grayscale sold off all of their Cardano, and now they hold 70% Bitcoin, 21.84% Ethereum, 4.52% Solana, 3% XRP, and Avalanche. And then also, we saw Cosmos being sold off from their GSCPXE fund. So that's their Grayscale Smart Contract Platform X Ethereum fund, which that one holds 58.4% Solana, around 15% Cardano, around 12% Avalanche, around 8% Polkadot, around 6% Polygon. So when you're looking at the headlines, this isn't all bad news, let's say, for Cardano. I'd say for Solana, there's a lot to be concerned about just in terms of transactions not going through. That simply can't happen long term. But for Cardano, yeah, Grayscale sold it off in one of their funds, but if you're looking at the big picture, they still own Cardano in another fund. So this is a bit of FUD, in my opinion, for Cardano. But Solana, on the other hand, there are some legitimate issues and things to be concerned about. Next thing I want to talk about is an AI gaming project that I am really excited about because it's set to launch on April 8th on BSC and on Solana. So I don't currently own this project. I haven't been able to get involved early, but I've been following them on Twitter for a while, and they're set to launch on April 8th. It's called RGames. It's the world's first AI and gaming company to have a fully customized platform with multiple games built both on Unreal and Unity, having interoperable NFTs supported by user-generated content and AI integrated design. So on top of this, RGames is one of the most exciting, professionally designed racing games I've seen in the crypto space. I think it has real potential to gain millions of users, not only in the crypto space, but also in the traditional gaming space. One of the other reasons I'm really excited about this project is that the game already has launched, and they have thousands of alpha players. So when it launches their token on April 8th, they already have thousands of people actually already playing the game. This is different than a ton of other games out there that are trying to launch a token because they try to launch a token without ever having a game built yet. That's the complete opposite of what RGames has did. They built a product that people really enjoy, people really love, and they're building a token to enhance the entire ecosystem. So this is the first game that I've really seen that's capitalizing on both AI and gaming, which presents a huge opportunity. You guys know how bullish I am on AI, and this is a sector that I think has a ton of potential. So come April 8th, I'm going to be, buying some of this token. It's going to be available on MEXC, some of the world's top centralized exchanges, and it's definitely one that you should keep an eye out on because a lot of you guys always ask me about pre-sales I'm investing in, new projects I'm investing in, and this is something that I haven't yet got involved in, but when it does launch, you guys can take advantage of the same opportunity that I am when it launches on April 8th. But now for looking at what's going on with just Bitcoin and what's coming up, there's some very bullish things. We're seeing that Bitcoin halving is right around 12 days away. And this is historically a pretty bullish scenario and pretty bullish event for Bitcoin, because it means that half the amount of Bitcoin is now going to be mined just moving forward for the same amount of work. And that ultimately helps to decrease the supply over the next few years, because we're not going to be seeing the same amount of Bitcoin minted every single day. And if we're still seeing like BlackRock and institutions buy consistently, well, that's going to help drive the price up. In addition to this, we've also seen that Coinbase recently came out and said that the Bitcoin dips are likely to be more aggressively bought compared to previous cycles, because new investors are accepting it as digital gold compared to previous cycles where they simply weren't. So if you're looking at what's going on with altcoins, we've seen a bit of a correction take place for, let's say, like Solana and Cardano. But for Bitcoin, there's a lot of things to be excited about if you're a Bitcoin and just overall crypto investor right now. In addition to this, we've seen that Goldman Sachs, Citadel, Citigroup, and UBS have been added as authorized participants for BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF. This is, again, something that shows us that Wall Street is finally realizing what we've known about Bitcoin for years now, and that it's not going anywhere, that they want to have, a piece of the pie. They want to be part of this as we continue to see this entire space grow and more money come into BlackRock spot Bitcoin ETF and all the other spot Bitcoin ETF products. Now let's switch gears and talk about some other altcoin investments I've made recently, things that I'm actually really bullish on, because Cardano and Solana have seen some FUD, some issues, and while I am bullish on, Cardano in particular, these are smaller cap altcoins that I'm particularly excited about. If we're looking at ChainGPT, I've talked about ChainGPT over on Twitter multiple times before. I've talked about them over on our channel in entire videos. And recently I said, look, if you're bullish on AI crypto coins, you must own CGPT. The reason for this is because ChainGPT has an entire ecosystem of products that are transforming the crypto space. The ones that I have personally used quite a bit are, first of all, going to be their launchpad. Their launchpad, called ChainGPT Pad, has right now 35 IDO projects. If you click on IDO pools, you're going to see this entire list of Ortify, Arcade, Omnia Protocol, NextGem AI, and you see countless other projects like Cookie 3, Kaima Network, many more. This is something that is transforming the entire crypto space, because ChainGPT has been successfully helping many of these projects launch, and they are selling out in a matter of seconds, some of these. If you're looking on ChainGPT's Twitter and you're following them along there, you could see that ChainGPT was revisited to first place as the most voted project on Skynet by Certic. They've been filling out and completely selling out these raises for a bunch of other projects, and not only this, but also for other aspects in their ecosystem. Like personally, I use, if you look at their products, they have a ChainGPT chatbot, they have the Launchpad, they have CryptoGuard. I personally do use their CryptoGuard. If you go ahead, it's on, let's say, like the Chrome Web Store, you can just add it. It has like a 5-star rating, basically helps you protect your wallet and make sure you're secure from like malicious smart contracts. You get like an instant risk assessment score, and you can see like it's pretty simple, easy to use. But that's a project that I'm particularly bullish on, and with the recent pullback we have seen over the last month or so from a high of around 55 cents per token, this is a pretty good entry point in my opinion, and I do own quite a bit of this token. I think it easily could be around that $1 billion market cap. Next one that I also recently have been following is one that's related to BlackRock, actually, because BlackRock recently announced that they entered the asset tokenization race. This is what stands for RWA, real world assets. And they announced this, and since then, I've been trying to find some of my favorite RWA cryptocurrencies, and this one in particular is called Lingo, because Lingo is, in my opinion, one of the top RWA projects for this bull market. It has massive potential, has a huge amount of top accounts, top names in the crypto space, and major partnerships that are following them already on Twitter. But if you look at Lingo, ultimately, they're building the first gamified RWA-powered reward ecosystem, and their economy ultimately fosters organic growth through a self-sustaining loop. A platform funds an RWA pool, which redistributes net yields to the rewards ecosystem, and rewards are distributed through gamified quest systems. So ultimately, you just hold quest, the token, you get points, and redeem them for mystery boxes or real life rewards. So that's basically the gist of Lingo. But the thing is that I'm particularly bullish on this project because consumer crypto approach, it has like real world rewards through 3,000 plus different brands with travel, gift cards, shopping, airdrops. They also have staking and quests. They have exponential model where their ecosystem is fueled by the ever-growing RWA pool. They have a solid team that you could see all about it on their website. And you could see that they have had a ton of traction so far with $8 million in private round, oversubscribed in a bear market. They've had 200,000 plus waitlist users in less than 2 months. They are a Google Cloud Startup Program grant participant. And really, this is a project that I think if you look at their Twitter, you look at who's following them, you look at all the biggest names in the crypto space, this is a project that I think has a ton of potential because of the sector of the market they're in, what they're doing, and the team and community they've already built. So if you're looking at the overall crypto market right now, I think with this recent pullback, particularly in altcoins, it presents a massive opportunity to get into some projects that you are particularly bullish on. Lingo hasn't launched just yet, but projects like ChainGPT are currently live and trading. Cardano has seen a bit of a pullback as well, and that's a good opportunity to get in there. And if you're just looking to scale into some of your positions, I think now is a perfect time to get into some of the altcoins that you might have been looking at, but thought they were a little bit higher priced over the last few months.